Out of the Mystic, number 2 from 99s. Out of the mystic maze, shivering sounds and silence that moves through the ears like a moment, moves through a passage of time. I ride on vibrations and waves that measure the essence of what it is as it appears, and meditate in the sublime. It has a slow shadow, a dun, a color of powder, of mists effusive in low light resolves, that hum like the sound of the sun when you listen to light, striations and sums that whisper the shades in a forest, to memory as it evolves in the dome of quiet delight. The leaves here are interwoven, patterns that ebb from the boughs, winds that speak softly of nothing, of sleep and the dreams that awaken to matters dissolved into peace, filigrees laced with perfection, the textures of thens and nows, the forms of simplicities singing, of sunlight in midst of pure space. Here vacuums and voids emit candescent things such as the stars, the vibrant and ocular specters, imagining, seeking a planet where nothing and no one appears, a pilgrimage born for a hermit, perceptions that seem as they are, that move as the fluids in water, waterfalls quenching the ear. I ride in the sum of the sun, move in the currents it glistens, focused on sunspots and days, dazzled by sparks and effusions, the wind that awakens the eyes, the semblance of one and ones, the numbers that state and listen to sequence that orders each phase, out of the phase each defies. I wonder, when will these words intimate something of rapture, of knowing unknowns, and a sound born on the light of an other, an element barely the tangible, a sound wave absent of ether, the natural absence of nature, squares that encircle the rounds, the curves that become audible. The why is weathered in matter that sinks, dissipates, and dissolves, ephemeral instants that vanish before what isn't evolves, in substances made out of nothing, light sparks or flow that resolves in forms that are fluid as air. The phrases the loved ones cherish, the presence is present in being, the griefs are shed of despair, out of the sequence of living, out of our eyes, out of our ears, space in the midst of acceptance, moons on the edge of our sphere, weightlessly worn in our eyes. To levitate into our dance, melodic progressions appear, moons are returned to the skies. Something soon would be welcomed by changes that steep on themselves, cycles that move with their making, that spin on the rim of a sound, like dust just returned from the shells, or ideas that know no thing, being that there is unbound, matter can sift through the sieves, light can encompass the singing. Singers, there are flares of fire. Is it you who flickers the shadows? Can the senseless be felt in a sense, or eyes be radiant, tranquil? Love can as loom from desire, a phosphor that afterlight glows, minutia contains the immense, as rosewater floods from the sill, love songs emerge from the flows. Where now? What flight is adrift on the mists of the shadows of dun, with delicate yellows, with fire? Light that arrives descends as it lifts into the forests of nothing and none, into expectant desire. A webwork of intricate movement causes the shades of the sun to vibrate on strings of the lyre.